Hi, welcome back to another catch up with me video, you guys. I am super excited because I cannot wait to show you my planner layout for the week. So as you remember, last week we went with the Beauty and the Beast theme. Well, this week I decided to go with an Ariel theme. Simple, cute, to the point. And the boxes at the top is where I will write in everything that I need to do this week. And today's drink of choice, I'm having Earl Grey tea in my favorite teacup because, if you know me, then you know I really love Earl Grey tea. And I just think it's a great tea to have first thing in the morning anyway. Now, your scripture reference for the week is Hebrews 11:6, and this comes from the NIV version. And it has to do with mountain movers. And it says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. Can I say that one more time before I move on? Without faith, it is impossible. It didn't say in theory. It didn't say maybe, kind of, sort of. It said it is impossible to please God because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him. So I'm going to put this in the description box, y'all. Make sure you take this scripture reference with you throughout the week. Actually, just throughout your life in general, but definitely throughout this week. So your word for this week is trust. Now, let's define trust. It is the firm belief in character, strength, or truth of someone or something. The four elements of trust are this. Number one, it has to be consistency. Number two, compassion. Number three, communication. And number four, competency. So those are the four elements of trust. Again, I'll put that in the description box for you. All of these things are necessary in any type of relationship. And it doesn't matter what kind of relationship that is. Whether it's a working relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a best friendship, whatever that relationship is, you have to have these four things. You have to have consistency, compassion, communication, and competency. Now, yesterday's sermon topic, Dr. Ralph West, who is with the Church Without Walls in Houston, Texas, who has preached at Metropolitan for over the years for various things that we've had going on. Awesome preacher, awesome man of God. And he was preaching to celebrate our pastor, Dr. Maurice Watson's 6th pastoral anniversary at the historical, I like to say, Metropolitan Baptist Church. We originated in Washington, D.C. We're currently located in Largo, Maryland, physically located in Largo, Maryland. And so he gave a text reference of Jude 1:24 and 25. And the subject was doxological, and I may have mispronounced that, but if I did, you know what I'm talking about, palindrome. And a palindrome is words that can be said forwards and backwards and still mean the same thing. And so the word for yesterday reminded us of a few things, such as, number one, God is able to give more than what we can ask or think. That's powerful right there. God can give you more than what you can ask or think or even believe. Number two, God will blow your mind because He can do all of that and more. Number three, God spoke the world into existence. So to Him, we matter. We don't just exist. That's powerful. Number four, God knows where we are and what our circumstances are. So even when we won't tell anybody else what's going on in our world, God knows. He knows where you are. He knows where you are financially, spiritually, in every area of your life. He knows where you are. That's powerful. Number five, God created this world. He lived in it. He died for it. And He keeps us now and forevermore. And then because God is a keeping God. Number six, God can keep us from falling and stumbling through life. Number seven, God is a God of mercy and majesty. Number eight, number eight, God keeps our mind, our heart, and our soul safe in Him. Now, I don't know about you, but that's good news right there. Because even when other people in life will mess you over, honey, God is not about doing all of that. Number 9, God has reached down, turned us around, and He has fixed our lives. So if you know that you've gone from here to here, and you went from a mess to being the best that you can be, honey, that was nothing but the Lord. I don't care who you think you want to give the credit to. That was nothing but the Lord. And in number 10, we were reminded that we are a kept people, and God keeps us even when we don't always deserve it. That's powerful in and of itself. That'll take the church on home right there. Isn't that an amazing thing to know that God will keep you even when you don't deserve it? Because we all do things in life where we don't deserve a second chance, or for that matter, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 10th, 20th chance. But God is always right there giving you another chance. And even when you don't deserve it, He keeps us even when we don't deserve it. So that's powerful. Now, movies I've watched this week, or last week I should say. Honestly, I didn't do a whole lot of movie watching, but I did watch The Breakfast Club, which came out in 1985. It's a teen/comedy drama where we see 5 high school students from different walks of life that have to go through Saturday detention for various reasons, under a power-hungry principal played by Paul Gleason. The desperate group includes the rebel John, played by Judd Nelson, the princess Claire, played by Molly Ringwald, the outcast Allison, played by Ali Sheedy, the brainy one, who was Brian, played by Anthony Hall, and Andrew, played by Emilio Estevez, who was the jock. Each has the chance to tell his or her story, making the others see them a little differently. When the day ends, they question whether school will ever be the same again. This was powerful because I can't remember which one, but one of the individuals said, so I know who it was. It was Brian Anthony Hall's character, Brian. He said, so what does this mean? So when we go back to school on Monday, will we go back to pretending like we don't know each other, like we don't see each other, like we don't exist? And Molly Ringwald's character, she said, well, I hate to be honest, but yeah. So isn't it interesting that detention brought the 4 of them together, who otherwise would never have had a conversation in school? Because Molly Ringwald's character, she was in the in crowd. And then you had Andrew, played by Emilio Estevez, he was the jock. So maybe the princess, as she's called, Claire and Andrew, they probably would have talked in school, but you look at Allison and John, because they were more like outcasts, otherwise they never would have ever come together. Now maybe John and Lord, I'm forgetting names, John and Brian probably would have talked. Andrew and Allison, they may have talked in school because they were outcasts, but the 4 of them together, probably not. But it's a really good movie, and I'm pretty sure many of you have seen it. It had just been years since I saw it, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to watch this. And that was actually that was YouTube Movies. So you have to either buy that one or rent it. And that's pretty much all I have to share with you guys this week, y'all. The only other major purchase that I made was this bottle of Aleve, because, every now and then my knees get to bother me just a little bit, especially since I'm not physically active, i.e. going to the gym as I had been in the past. But you know what? As long as I keep some of this on my shelf, I'm going to be all right. So, again, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Don't forget to check out my selfie store. I'll leave that link in the description box. If you're interested in starting your own selfie store, you can do that. And I have a code that will get you a 15% discount. Don't forget to check out Circle of Champions every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., although we have not had a meeting in the last couple of weeks, so I would suggest going to the website, circleofchampions.com. That information will be in the description box to check. Excuse me. That information will be in the description box, so you can check to see when we have a class, because you do have to register. And again, I've reminded you, if you have a product or a service that you would like for me to talk about on my YouTube channel and or my platform, I will do that for you. The cost is $49 for the month, but you have to get me all of your information by the last week and the previous month, so I can have time to prepare and incorporate all of that in. Don't forget to sign up for your COC University account. Again, there is a fee with that, but I will just tell you this from personal experience that it is so worth having. I do have my account. Make sure you get yours. The information will be in the description box, cocuniversity.com. And last but not least, you guys, please make sure you're wearing your mask. I know people are getting vaccinated, and that's a great thing, but please make sure you are wearing your mask when you go out. Please make sure you're washing your hands, you are using sanitizer, and you're keeping your distance from people that you're not normally with on a regular basis, because I want each and every one of you to stay safe, just like I want to be safe. So we cannot let our guard down and act like it's all good and everything's been fixed, because it hasn't. I actually, on yesterday, read an article that talked about how the number of COVID cases worldwide, this is not just in any one particular state, it said worldwide, those cases have gone back up 11%. And guess what? If they've gone up 11% and people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing and forgetting what they're supposed to be doing, that number will continue to rise. So we have got to be careful about what we do, where we go, and all of that other good stuff. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love each and every one of you to the moon and back. You know the drill. You know my spiel. I could not do what I do without you all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you no matter what. I love you even when nobody else likes you. Till next time, take care.